What's up, y'all?
It's your girls with no filter.
Get ready to take the filter off. Period.
Yeah, she too hyper today, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Hi, guys.
She way too hyper, y'all. Pray for this podcast.
I'm in a good mood. We missed you guys last week, but you know we back in effect. We got a guest in the building.
Absolutely.
We got Tay Tay, aka Octavia, aka my.
Not the real name.
Right. All
Oh,
right.
so, well, don't nobody else.
It's all
go-
good.
Okay, whatever.
Shout yourself out. You got an Instagram?
Yeah, it's T with dot Tay.
Period. See,
Don't annoy me.
And of course, you know us. I'm Ray, Rochelle Rose, 3 Ys.
we not about to go around. They done been watching us.
I feel like y'all gang up on me. I do. I feel like y'all gang up on me.
Okay.
I feel like once we
Go
get
ahead,
into
Nick.
this
Just
room,
just
y'all
do it,
gang up on
Nikki.
me.
Go ahead.
My name is nostalgic.nick on Instagram.
Period. And we all know who the fuck this is.
I know what's going on already. It's Drippin' Valley _ATM. Let's get it, y'all. Let's start this shit off,
I'm
man.
thinking your page.
Nah, you know what? I don't give a fuck. You know,
Oh, yeah,
I don't
your
care no
page.
more because now this one is getting lit again.
What happened?
So
His
they
page
deleted my
got
page. I woke
Yeah.
up next morning, my
But
page
why
was
did they
deleted.
do
That
you
mean you
think
be on
somebody did
bullshit
something?
on Instagram.
I was on some bullshit, but it's probably somebody reported it. Well, it's
Yeah,
cool.
I'm thinking report. I don't
Let's
because
give
you
it a
wasn't
report,
like
because they said
nudity.
suspended. So I'm like, maybe I'll probably get 24 hours. You know what I mean? 48.
It's been-
No bullshit though, Nick. I still go out there trying to put in that shit. Like, I be mad. It's like, fuck you.
Damn, that's
But it's
crazy.
cool though, man. How was y'all weekend?
It was cool. Mine was chill.
I was in the
I
house.
had a good weekend.
Yeah.
Started raining today. So
Yeah.
kind of real moody.
The weather dropping, so I'm really about to be in the house.
I feel like we
For
all
sure.
be in the house except for him.
I don't like the house. The house make you think too much.
I hate it here.
Too much. Like if you stay in the house too much, it make you think. You don't think
I
a lot.
like to think.
No, man. I'm an overthinker.
You should be sitting your thoughts, facing your
Yes.
feelings.
That's probably what it is. You don't want to face.
Face what?
Whatever you going through, so you just
My
go in
life
there.
is good. Life is good on this
Your
side.
home is supposed to be like your safe space.
My
so-
home is my peace.
Yeah.
Right.
But I
So you
don't.
should
I
love
work
being
so
there.
much that I don't.
Oh, you
stay,
don't enjoy your
I don't
home.
enjoy it. I pay rent. I sleep there. You know, I get 5-6 hours of sleep. But
Do you
It's-
decorate
but
your
what-
house?
yeah, I do that.
Okay.
I'm getting old because I do go to Home Goods and be excited as hell. Like that. This is a nice
You
ass
got to get
mirror.
the cute pillow.
Yeah, I got pillows and shit like that. But I think me being outside is more like I don't want to think about nothing too crazy because I be having so much going on, bills, this and that I just be like.
I used to be like that. Like I used to never be in the house. And sometimes I'd just be at somebody else's house rather than my house. And then I started to realize, like, damn, like.
But they house be boring. I could have just stayed at my house.
No,
for this
I
shit.
used to like. I used to be at
they
Tay
house
house
be
all the
That shit be
time.
boring. Like they
We
don't
used to
really
be
don't.
at
Some of them don't be having all the channels.
It don't matter. We used to be at my house. We
Not
used to be in 2 separate
channels.
rooms. Just
And
vibing.
texting each other.
Like, come upstairs.
I gotta drink a lot of water. I've been
And
outside.
then Nikki
Wow.
house, Nikki old house. I used to be there all the time. But I don't know. Like, I like being in my humble abode now. Maybe because I'm about to be a mother.
A mother.
Shit on my
I can't
nerves,
wait. I
man.
love washing clothes. Every time I'm on the phone, I'm either washing dishes, washing clothes.
Or eating.
But eating
Art.
or sleeping.
That's about right.
That's not bad though.
Anyway, so I kind of wanted to get a little soft with you guys. I feel like we've been turned up for like a couple of episodes. I feel like we've been lit.
How soft?
We want to get into them feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Dangerous in love with you.
You set me free.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
So
okay,
I
I'm
had
sorry.
came up with
This
a, we were
thing.
singing it too.
That's my
when I
shit.
with him.
That should get me in my bag.
Yeah,
So we want to talk about like some traumas or whatever. I guess I don't know how you want to start, but do you think your childhood trauma affects your adulthood relationship?
You want to start off?
If you have any.
I didn't have any. Like my father wasn't there, whatever like that when I was young. But my mom held shit down. But that made me be a better parent than anything.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I didn't really have no trauma. Only thing was that my mom was like, you know how parents just make everything look good.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I never wanted for nothing. You know what I mean? So.
That's
That's kind
crazy.
of it's kind of different for me. Like I'm not saying like, but even if she was struggling, I never
You
seen
didn't
that
see
she
it
was struggling.
exactly, and that's what I was just talking about with my mother. Like I didn't know half of the stuff like she was going through, but she made it work. Like she used to make us like we travel all the time.
Yeah.
Like all the time.
But you don't know if that was her last or not. You know.
Exactly.
But you gotta look at our kids now. Our kids think we rich.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's how we looked at our parents and shit like that. So when it comes
Yeah.
down to trauma, I never really had that. It just made me be a better person, be in my daughter's life way more than what it is.
That's
So-
good.
How about you?
I think it depends on how you like what is childhood trauma, because it
Right.
doesn't necessarily have to come from your parents. It could
Yeah.
come
Right.
from like you being bullied in school and like the relationships you had when you was a kid. That could affect you as an adult, and I think it did. Like same thing with y'all. Like I never see my mother struggle, but now I feel like I'm just like her in a way, so I'm understanding more.
That's why we that you make a point, because now that's why my mom like, man, she always want to drink. Like that. Like, she always want to drink. Got bottles all on the
She
counter.
always wanted.
Now
you
I
understand
see wow, like that.
why.
I feel
Shit
you,
is
man.
stressful.
You know how she used to be like, everybody getting to see. She looking for anything to go off on somebody.
Well, you know
Then now you gotta
what?
make sure you took the garbage out, wash the dishes, because she coming to you next.
Fast enough.
Nah, for real.
I feel like
Oh
even
my
though
God.
even though my child isn't here yet, I did a thing because like I always wanted to know what my mother went through, but again, she made it look so good. I didn't know like what she was going through until I got older and we had like personal conversations. So like I wrote a letter to my daughter. And I basically and I said I was going to write more letters, but basically I just wrote like how I felt in that space at that time, emotionally, physically, like how I felt. And I feel like it's going to help her because I don't want her to have to worry. You know, we talk about breaking generational curses and stuff like that.
If you gonna do that, write a book. Don't write a letter. But at the end of the day, they still have to, even though our moms didn't, everybody did what they did, they still have to learn on their own.
Yeah.
So even though you telling them, they like, yeah, my whatever. But then as they get older, like, this is my mom's was saying.
Right.
That's how we doing it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So writing letters and stuff like that, just put it in the book and try
No,
to
but
make
you
money
know what?
off
I
it.
want I want it to be personal to her because I just want her to
Understand?
understand. I'm not saying that, you know, she's not going to go through her own trials and tribulations, but I want her to understand the gist of what I went through in order so she won't have to work. Because I was worried. At 18, 19, I was worried about my mom more than I was worried about myself. Even though I didn't really know
But
what
at
she
the end
was
of the day,
going through.
that time, you really can't do nothing because you're still a kid. You ain't got nothing, no help. Even though we want to give help and stuff like that, but you can't because how you going to get the money to help her? Only thing you can do is be there for or try to help around the house to make
But
it
not
look
even
so a little
money,
better.
because my mother was good. It's crazy because we was good financially, but I'm talking about emotionally. I'm talking about the
And
things that you
mentally,
can't
yeah.
buy mentally, emotionally. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
I feel like the older generations didn't really know what mental health was until you had to tell them about it.
Right.
I remember when I first had my first anxiety attack, and I told my mother, she was just like, "What is that?" But
Right.
then all of a sudden, she started having panic attacks and stuff
Yeah.
because you ignore those feelings.
See,
and you think it's something
that's kind of different because men don't
Damn.
show emotions.
Yeah,
We don't
fucked
show
up,
them
and that's
emotions,
so
and
bad.
it's not like even like I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I don't go to my father to see, hey, dad, what's this? I learned everything from my mother. You know what I mean? But even when it came down the streets, I was street smart because I was around the streets. Not like he taught me the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard for men to sit down with their son and their daughter to have a heart to heart if you never express your feelings.
And you know what's crazy? Because men are very emotional.
We are.
Men are very emotional.
But we
So
hide
it's
it
like when
differently.
you can't handle your emotions, that's why you see a lot of men being abusive, men killing people, men
Yeah.
doing this, because they never really cope
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
They got
their
the highest
own
suicide
emotions.
rate.
Yeah,
See,
they
my
never.
my daughter's
especially
7 years
black
old. My
men.
daughter's 7. I try to actually break it down to what's wrong, what's going on, or
That's
don't do this,
good.
don't do that. Like, I try to, because me and her the same sign,
Oh,
both Leos.
damn.
So we her got the same exact everything.
Yeah.
So even when she you could yell at her feelings would be hurt. You even got to put your hands on her feelings already hurt.
yeah, we're very
Yeah, I mean,
sensitive
she can
people.
look. Yeah, you get her a look, her feelings hurt. So you have to. It's different ways. See, as a father, you got to look at it as like, damn, what will a mother do? And then try to go back to the father because you still got to be hard as a dad.
Why do
as
you
well.
feel like you have to be hard
'Cause
because you're a dad?
You have to be because that's what the dads do. And anything you call your father, he already hard. Somebody, hey, who mess with my daughter? He already on a defense mode. You have to be defense because at the end of the day, kids will run over you because of how soft you are with them. But you got to give them that look. Be like, listen,
Don't play with
Don't
me.
play with
But
me.
what happens in the aspect where it's not like a hard situation?
Yeah,
like it's
when
something.
do you turn it off?
Yeah, when do you turn it off? When it's like something that is comforting, like maybe she comes
See,
to
it's-
you
it's-
about.
and she probably can, she probably could, but the way how I express my voice is already deep. I already talk aggressive. So even if I can try to feel sad, it's still gonna seem like aggressive because it's a man. That's how I think. You know what I mean, I ain't get that. I ain't get all the way up to she ain't 16 or nothing yet to actually see, but for her being 7, I tried to be there and try to talk to her the most.
I feel like
time
that's
can.
unfortunate for you to feel like you can't be vulnerable, like not can't be vulnerable because I'm pretty sure you
Right.
can be, but
Right.
I feel like it's unfortunate for you to put the man in the not being able to
True.
be vulnerable.
It's still hard
together.
for me to express
I feel
my
like you
feelings
gotta be
with
a
that
face
shit.
of a man.
Yeah, you
even in
still
front of
have
your
to be.
daughter.
Word, you still have to be, especially with a girl. That's why I feel like if I get a boy, I will be like that.
But
You know
that's
what I
not
mean?
good. 'cause
It's not
that's how
good
it-
though,
right,
but it's
that's how the
not.
shit
It's
just keep
not
going,
absolutely.
like,
But
it's a cycle.
I'm not having no more kids. I'm
It's generational. It's
That part.
not
generational.
having no more.
Yeah, me neither. I second that.
One and done.
Look, Nikki. But yeah, it's all about breaking generational curses or attempting to. I feel like I'm the first person in my family that has even acknowledged that we have issues. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I'm just like, let's fix it. And they don't
Right.
give a fuck. I'm
Or
sorry.
they just don't even know.
They just don't know. Like, they just don't know.
Yeah.
But so the answer was yes, you guys think that childhood traumas affects your relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put
Childhood
that.
trauma makes everything that you are right now, but you probably don't even realize it because it's the little things that you go through. It don't have to come from your family. It makes you who you are until you
Until you
get older and
understand, right.
understand like, all
'Cause
right, I shouldn't be
a lot
like
of people
this.
blame their fathers for not knowing how to be a parent.
Yeah.
I don't understand that because
What
you
you
still
mean?
had a mother.
And honestly, I feel like with certain things, like you supposed to take a lot of things as lessons. Like, granted, they weren't there, so it just shows you how you should move, or like
That's what I'm saying.
especially
right.
with terms with like kids. Like, granted, like you supposed to dwell on it, of course, because you dealt with it. So it's just like, but how long do you really
How long do you? Yeah.
stay in
on
that
that
and
space.
stay in that mental? And
Right.
it's just like
Me
we'll
and
let that mess
this
you up.
probably the most of the time me and my father actually ever been close to each other more than what it is.
Adulthood
Yeah, more adulthood because I feel like now he could actually talk to me
and relate to
and
you.
relate,
That's
and we can do
crazy.
that. Because as a kid, we don't really know nothing.
Right.
We don't really know the streets because they don't really tell us the streets. We don't really know what's out in the world because the only thing we see that from our parents. Like you say, you never see your mom financially struggles, and so you wouldn't even know how it would feel to be broke. Something like that. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I did. Until I did.
Yeah, that's
I
what
know
I'm
the
saying.
difference.
You know the difference. You know the difference now. But this is what we going through right now. But so yeah, I agree with you.
I also was another question I had was because most of us been in long relationships.
Absolutely.
I know you
Yeah.
have, and so am I. Do you think did you guys see your parents have affection towards each other? Do you guys like either lack affection or have too much affection because of
I just
What you-
started getting with affection. I just knew what it. I just not knew, but I know and understand more now than I did before.
what
'Cause I
affection?
never knew.
Okay, so what affection? I'm gonna go around the room. What is affection to you? Go ahead, since you was already talking.
Affection to me is actually caring, expressing your feelings, time, the way you hold, touch a person, stuff like that to make them feel like they safe.
Okay.
I give that's more affectionate than anything. Actually having conversation, heart to hearts, and stuff like that. That's more affection because it's coming from where you know what I mean.
Okay.
I'm going with Akbar with exactly what he said.
Yeah.
Can you be affectionate to us and tell us what you feel? What's your definition?
That's exactly how I feel.
That's what it is.
okay.
I mean, to build on that, affection is like intimacy, how you show
How you
somebody
show
you
how you
care,
care and
the way
stuff
you
like
talk
that.
to them,
That's what it
respect.
said.
Before I didn't have that.
Yeah, it's like a.
I
to
was
me-
I was a more nigga that was just like even with a relationship, I'll buy my girl a bag or stuff like that to show my affection that how much I care for you
And you
instead
think
of
that's what she
and
wanted.
that's me thinking that's what she wanted to keep her more
Yeah.
of this, but I could have
This
decorated
and
a
that.
hotel with roses to show her more with her.
Watch the movie.
Watch a movie,
something.
and that's why they were like, yo, that's little shit. So I had to. Now I have that. Before I ain't had that, so you learn as you go. It's a lesson. I never took a loss. It's
But
always
that's
a
how
lesson.
you show affection, and there's nothing wrong with that.
nothing
But
wrong
you gotta
with
learn
that.
Yeah, that's how.
Yeah.
But now that I know how to do it without spending money. You know what I mean? Without
Yeah.
actually doing that, like actually
But
having conversations.
some women like
I was about to
being
say,
spent on.
Yeah,
So
and that's what I
It
always do.
depends on the person.
Like I said, I'm not gonna blame that because I, like you said, dude, like from your parents. My moms and dad never was together. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't see that. Like I see her, my stepfather go on dates and shit like that, but I ain't see shit.
I had
You know
to
what I mean?
learn. I had to give men now at this big old age. I had to start giving men the benefit of the doubt because my version of affection is what I thought was right. Like him saying him buying a bag or because a lot of men don't know how to show affection, and we're women at the end of the day.
So what are you saying? You making excuses?
It's not that I'm making excuses, but just because a person doesn't show affection in the way that you would like doesn't mean
In
they're
your
not
love
being
language.
affectionate or they don't love
So
you.
do you teach them that?
I mean, absolutely. You can show them, but
you can teach
I mean,
them to an extent. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you what I like when we first start dating, but if you start ignoring that, then clearly you don't care about my love language. You're not
Right,
gonna
because
feel that,
if you
so
in
it's
a
no
relationship
point.
with somebody, they learn you. So
They
it's
learn
just
you.
like
So-
at some point,
and
when
that's
do you?
when I feel like that's when
That's
it should
not like
stop.
excuses. Like
yeah,
feel
but
like that
I don't
shit
think it's
should stop.
excuses. I think it's like understanding, like you can't make somebody love you exactly the way that you would love them. I feel like a relationship is hard. Like you literally can't sit there. If I like you tapping on my legs 5 times a day coming in the house, as soon as you come in the house and you don't tap on my legs 5 times a day.
What if you tap on the 3? You still
No,
mad?
but I'm saying I shouldn't. He's so He's an asshole.
No, because listen,
I don't want to
it
hold
be
you
that- yo, hold me accountable
I'm
and
not
shit.
gonna break up with you. Or I'm not gonna say, oh, you don't love me because, like, being in a relationship is like when it's hard, when it's
Yeah.
super
I'm
hard.
gonna say you don't love me if you stop doing it randomly, like, and you don't ever do it again. If you know that's like my thing, whatever my thing is, and you've been doing it since we've been dating, and we like a year in, and then all of a sudden you don't do it no more.
Yeah, that's different.
like
But that's
different.
that's
weird.
what happens.
yeah, but
That's
that's
It
fact.
happens
Because
like that
people
because
get
like yo,
comfortable.
what? How
But
much?
do you
get
count that
comfortable.
as like the relationship is just hard, or they don't fuck
I
with me
feel
no
like
more?
I count that as like you could do what you want, really. Like, I don't know. I'm in a different space where it's like,
it's giving you making excuses.
it's not I'm making excuses. I just don't want to, like, have you I used to have, like, super high expectations for people.
Okay.
And I feel like that's what fucked up the relationship because I want you to do this. I want you to do that. I want you to do that.
Oh, from
and
the
if
first
you,
beginning.
And then if you don't, not even in the middle, the end.
So what the fuck do you
Yo,
be giving?
That's what I'm like.
What the
Oh,
fuck do
I
you
give
give?
super affection. I'm an affectionate person.
Are you?
But listen, let me finish my fucking statement.
Cause child.
I'm basically saying that I'm not gonna sit here. It's not excuses. Like if you gonna do something, okay, do it, whatever. But I'm not gonna make you love me exactly the way I want you to love me. If that makes sense. Like,
But you
I'm not
selling
gonna-
yourself short if you
Yo,
don't like
that's why I'm
them.
like, what are you talking about right
no,
now?
because I understand where she's coming from. Because I feel like I was in a place like that, which is why a lot of my relationships failed.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I was angry as like when the shit ended, and I realized all the shit that I didn't get and all the shit that I wanted, and I was saying that I wanted. I was selling myself short. If somebody
Yeah.
out there that's
I feel
going
like
to do
I'm selling
exactly what I
myself
want
you,
you to do,
short.
you're not happy.
No, I'm not saying that I'm not happy.
But you're
I'm
not
saying, no.
because listen to what you're saying. The thing that you want, he can't give it to you.
No, I'm not saying the thing that I want, he can't give it to me. What I'm saying
Yeah,
is
listen.
I'm not going to badger my significant other to do everything that I want him to do specifically to the T. And if he doesn't do it, I'm out.
So
You-
compromise.
So it's a
Compromise.
difference. Okay, that's the difference
Yeah.
because it's like nobody's ever going to do it
Perfect.
to the
Nobody's
T.
gonna be
Nobody's
perfect.
ever going to be
No,
perfect.
but a lot of
But
people-
to be like,
Nikki is passionate.
Yeah, she's
like to be like no, because that lost me for a minute. 'Cause
I'm
to
saying
be
it's,
like,
it's different. You know what I mean? I like
No,
it's
I'm
kind
just
of
saying.
compromising because nobody is ever going to be to a T. Nobody's ever going to do it how you want them to do
And
it.
that's how I used to be.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to do it. I want you to do it this way, that way. And if it's not
Yeah,
that way,
another
then
day,
I
yeah.
feel like you don't love me.
Nah, I actually give.
Like,
When, like if I'm going through something, I actually tell you before I even go to the step. I'll put you on. Like yo,
yeah.
I'm not feeling what's been going on. You been acting different. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. I'll put you on before I even try to put myself out there.
Well, that's
You know what I
That's
mean?
good. Yeah, because
Because you have to. Because like I
A lot of
said,
men
no,
don't do
we
that.
be, no. Listen, we be going through a lot of shit. Sometimes we do put our love life behind because we going through personal shit and forget that, you know, this the person that's right here that you know what I mean, because we together. So we actually forget about that. So sometimes you could get sidetracked and say, yo, oh shit, I haven't even tell you I love you today.
Yeah,
Like,
and you know what's crazy, because I think we all have sometimes at this point where we be like, we expect somebody to do us a certain way. So it's just like, if you expecting that, you're always going to be upset because they're not doing it, not knowingly. Like, they don't know. So it's like, if you don't communicate that, how the fuck you expect somebody to do something? So it's just like, that comes with a lot of things. It could be like love, sex, anything. Like, just communicate it. Like,
and people have their own personal lives outside of being in a relationship. So like sometimes you have to take that into accountability too. Like, somebody can't beat up your ass 24/7, or somebody can't.
You shouldn't want nobody up your ass 24/7.
No, you shouldn't
anyway.
You shouldn't want
You'll
nobody
get a
up your
job.
I
ass.
don't want nobody on my
Okay?
ass on 27.
You shouldn't want
can't do
but
nobody
okay,
for
but
fun.
let's be realistic.
After vacation, after a while, I'm like,
Let's sit
bitch,
here
I'm
and be
ready to go home.
realistic and take
Go
the filter
get a
off.
fucking job.
Yes,
Go pay your
okay,
fucking
that's
bills.
cute for you to say on camera, but let's be realistic.
Let's be real.
And let's take the filter off. You
Up
want to
my
be with your
ass.
nigga 20? You want to be with
No.
your nigga?
No, I don't. I
No
be with
nigga
him
only
on the
wanna be with his girl
weekends,
for that
as I
long.
do. As I
Nigga
get.
want to be there. That's your
I'm
ass.
not saying 24/7, but I'm
Exactly.
saying
After 48
Every
to
weekend.
76,
Every
62,
weekend, that's my time
62
with my
hours,
nigga.
bitch,
Yes.
you getting annoying now. Leave me
every
alone.
weekend. So if a girl want to be with you,
You want to be with your nigga
What happened?
24/7?
What?
what
You
if
wanna
we
be
live
with
together?
Nah. I need a break. I get.
This
I
is
get-
all. This goes back. I'm not living until we actually together is married. Yo.
That's probably all of the shit is probably childhood trauma, because
What the fuck?
I used to, my parents, like, my mom and my dad wasn't together when I was growing up, but I always had my stepfather, and they was always together. So I always want to be with my nigga. Like, now, I used to be like that. Now I don't, because
Because what?
It's just like,
I just-
damn, can I
I
get a
don't
chance
know.
to
I
miss
Can
you?
I grow?
Right.
But
I
like,
know.
when it comes
I
down to
grew
niggas,
up,
right?
and
I
I
want
don't
to
wanna be
know
around
two
you.
niggas, like, even if they in a relationship, they not.
Okay,
Some
let's not
niggas-
say 24/7.
All right, we're not
Let's
gonna say
not- let's not be
24/7.
specific
But
and say
after a while,
24/7.
why
So
do you
then,
want your
like,
space
what?
for your girl? Because you want to talk to other people, or do you want your space for yourself, or are you missing whatever it is? You know what I mean? It's different ways how niggas
Yeah.
go one space. Like, I want to
that's
leave you
true.
because I want to talk to this bitch
That's
now.
true, yeah.
Or I want to leave you because now you actually blowing my shit.
Yeah.
Or I want to leave you
I
to.
feel like it's fine for us to go to work, have our own little work life, have our own little friend life, but we be together, we date, whatever. Like, I feel
See,
like
that's
it's
our
okay.
time. That's our
I
time
feel like
apart
it's
right there.
okay. Yeah.
8 hours.
If
You
you
8
at the
hours. You
club
call
and
me.
your nigga call you,
If you.
leaving?
Shit.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. How are you
Yo,
saying
Nick
that?
good for that shit, bro. Nick
And
good for
when
that
I'm
shit.
at the club,
She'll
it's
dip
on
with you in a
my
minute.
weekend. If y'all on my nigga time, I'm gone. Period.
So
Like,
how are
period.
you? What if, all right, so not the weekend. If you out
During the
somewhere,
week, yeah. See, during the week, everybody know I'm home. But on the weekend, everybody that knows me knows that's my nigga's time. So
So
I give up a
weekend nigga.
day.
But that's
I give up
because they miss each other
it's,
now.
Yo, we balance
They
it.
be
So
missing
it's
each other.
like
I mean,
balance.
we wanna miss you
out,
sometimes.
if we out during the week,
Oh,
and your nigga call you, and he wants you to come over, you staying with me or you going with your nigga?
I'm
Going
gonna give you
with
about
her
an
nigga.
I'm
hour.
gonna be with
and I'm
okay.
gonna give you about an hour.
Bitch, it's a balance.
It's a
I'm gonna give you
balance.
some
I'd
time.
rather be over
I'm
there.
not
I'd rather
sleeping
be
with
over
you,
there.
so I'm gonna give you my
That's true.
time.
I'm gonna give you.
Alright.
He get off work like 10. I'll be there by 11.
Yeah, I
That's what I'm saying. Be realistic. Y'all saying that now, but
But
then y'all
after
just
that's
say-
48
not
to
every
62
day.
hours, like
that's
close to
why
3 days, I
I
don't want
said
to be
take
with
the
you.
24 hours
Yeah.
out of it because
I
you
already
gotta
said my-
you gotta be
everybody know.
realistic. You got a job that's 8 hours a day or
Yeah, but if
14
you
hours a
talking
day.
to me for 4
You got
hours, by the time I come
kids.
home, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. It's not.
Have you
How?
ever lived with your significant
Hell
other?
yes.
And
Listen,
what did y'all
right?
do when y'all got home?
We go home, right? We'll check each other on break. Yeah, you okay? You good?
Mm-hmm.
You all right? Take them to how's work going so far. And then we don't talk until we get back home, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all don't like.
So,
So you
that's
gotta check in.
because
You save
that's
it for
because
when you get
no,
home.
that you say before you get home because that's to
Okay.
give a conversation while you eating. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah, what
that
happened
what that
today?
bitch do to you today? That
Yeah.
little
I feel
stupid
like
ass
when it's
boss.
organic and it's genuine, it's like I don't know. My nigga has to be like my best friend. So just like
It's
I would
supposed
text
to be.
you, I'm texting him. And like we're having. I
Let
don't
me
feel
tell
like
you
we
one
need
thing
to
about
save
that
a conversation
relationship
for
shit.
the night. Like
We be knowing everything. Like niggas be knowing everything about. Even when it come down to you and your girlfriend, like don't say nothing. But why this bitch think I'll be like, word? How you
pillow
feel?
talking.
Nah, that's definitely pillow talking.
It's certain things you can't tell. Like,
certain things you can't tell. It's like, he ain't gonna talk. He ain't gonna tell her.
Nah, but it's like...
Because
it's gonna come out somehow. Like
you can't tell your nigga about how many niggas your girlfriend.
They gonna be like, oh, you out with that hoe ass bitch? Like,
and niggas ain't gonna like your girlfriend.
Nah, that's not true.
Niggas be talking, so it's gonna be on somebody's group chat. Regardless.
Like, yo, let me tell you what my bitch told me.
Yeah, keep talking, bitch. Let's go. Yeah, because she did what?
Birds of a feather.
And wasn't you with her that day too, right? Yeah. So who you was with, motherfucker?
And I feel like, depending on the relationship you and your boyfriend or whoever's gonna judge you, depending on how much you're talking, they're like, oh, you hanging out with that?
It get the wild, man.
It start being like that.
It start being like that after a while.
It start being like that.
But shit, that's what happened in
I love when my
relationship.
nigga tell me all his.
I don't want to know because niggas be talking about y'all be talking about girls so foul, and I'm just like.
It's that, like, man, let's go back to the other episode when you say, like, we don't like women. Like, Nick, like, the guys that was up here don't like women. It's kind of, it's not because now I feel like girls, we feel like they be wanting the biggest dick than a nigga now. At the end of the day, you don't have to be like that now because meaning that they want to run shit like a nigga than more than keep us down, like keep us like.
And
you know
let's
what I mean?
go back to the conversation we was having with Maul and
What happened?
Like when Maul was up here, it was a conversation about cheating. Do females cheat better than men?
No comment.
And we was we was like, yeah, we feel like women cheat better. And they had posted the clip or whatever, so like everybody was commenting like, females, they too emotional, so they be texting the dude all times of the night. They never know how to do it. Dudes be okay as long as they get in the box. And I'm like, realistically speaking, that's not 100. Like, because you got females
who... Niggas in they bag too.
And niggas gonna need a perky after we done with them. So it's just like, let's be real. Like, come on now.
They ever heard that the situation shit hurt more than the relationship? You quiet as hell, yo. You quiet as hell. But you ever heard that the situation shit hurt more than the relationship? Like, damn, my side bitch about to leave.
No.
Leave my nigga. Yeah, a lot of shit be going like more situation shit hurt more than your relationship.
But I was just saying, like, I find it really weird that you could be in like a whole nother relationship and have your main where is the difference? Like, where is the how do you differentiate the two?
Because something's gonna happen. I'm gonna just get caught up and I'm gonna be what the fuck.
I could never literally deal with two like if I was in a main relationship and deal with like
my brain can't even compute.
Because I'm trying to make both of y'all happy. It's either like I just hit you once and I'll never talk to you again.
And it's like, yo, your energy with the person that you're mainly with is going to change. So it's just like, I could never just split it equally. Like, somebody not about to talk to me.
That's why I say it's also not true. It's also not true for them to say that women emotionally.
Put it on me, I said no comment. I ain't done yet.
It's also not true when they say women emotionally cheat because that's
true.
Not all the time.
You can't just hit. Listen, right? You can't hit a nigga and not be emotional, but that sex not gonna be good. It's just gonna be a fuck. You know what I mean? It's what it is. Like it might be a fuck to us. It's no emotions in there. Like you can like a one night stand. You just busting this bitch ass. You don't know her. You don't do this.
So you're agreeing with me?
Yeah, I am.
Females do that too, though.
No, that's what I said. So you're agreeing with me.
Females,
a lot of men
females do it, but
they was in the comments,
it's not gonna be. Yeah, I'm not saying it's supposed to be in it, but it's not. It's just gonna be a fuck. It's gonna be like, I fucked this nigga. It was good, but
a lot of men try to make it seem like we cheat only emotionally.
Because that's what you usually do. But nowadays you could fuck on a nigga now and just be like, well, y'all fucked on. It was good, and keep it moving. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna cheat on my man emotionally. If I have to cheat on you emotionally, I already left.
You already left.
Exactly.
Right. That's true.
So it's just like I might as well just leave.
Right.
But to cheat on nigga just to get some dick, and then you lose everything, you're done. You're stupid. You're dumb. Because why would you cheat on me? No, you bitch, you can't pay these bills by yourself.
That's the one. That's the one. You ain't gonna cheat on me with somebody who gonna take care of these bills.
Man.
Hey, Mar, let me get something on that, Mark. That was ding ding right there, Mar.
It never really been financial for us, but I'm just saying.
And I think Cardi B was just talking about that. She was like, you don't know how it feel like to just get kicked out of a nigga house. So why would you be cheating or doing some shit like
exactly.
that? Like,
why would do that?
Can't relate, but
can't relate. But why would do that?
I can't relate to the finance part, but
at least be dumb for a nigga that's gonna do something for you. But I definitely could
relate to cheating.
Okay, and, you be dumb for a nigga that ain't doing nothing for you. You stupid.
Okay.
I'm gonna sip my tea.
I don't know.
Because what the fuck was she was just talking about? No, because nobody asked her to say nothing.
And I was looking at you like, see what the fuck you
What the fuck is she talking about right now?
The girl is crazy. That's why we knew it was gonna be a crazy episode
just chatting. Yo, she really just be chatting.
Did y'all?
But
wait, you should have got her face.
I want to go back to what Akbar said about one night stands. I never understood, like, what is your thought process behind a one night stand, especially when you're in a relationship?
I'm gonna hit this shit. I'm not gonna hit it again.
Like,
that's
what?
how it go. Right. I'm just saying. Like, what? That's what it is. A one night stand is you meet a girl at the club. Y'all, Matt, you might kill a like a vibe or some shit. I'm gonna hit this shit tonight.
What kind of vibe is like? I'm a fuck
y'all
you.
drunk. When you're drunk, you don't know shit. Everybody look good after 12 o'clock.
It's a mistake.
It's a mistake. And
it's not a mistake.
Listen, men think like dogs. Like they will really leave the house, leave a bitch, and go fuck on another bitch and come
That's
back.
Why I don't understand.
And lay under the
I
bitch.
could never see myself going outside and like. Drunk and I'm like, oh no.
Let me go fuck on somebody else.
That's you're a woman. No comment.
No comment. Like, stop.
I'm gonna take the filter off. I'm gonna be realistic.
No
like the only time that I've done something, I haven't done that a lot, but the only time I have done that is like I felt neglected by my man. Like
when you felt neglected, you was like, I'm about to go out tonight and I'm about to find somebody. Or
no,
it
wasn't
happen?
Like that. It just happened. Okay. Like it wasn't premeditated or nothing like that. It just.
So it just happened, like.
But if you feel neglected, then it's kind of premeditated. If you're going out for a reason.
Oh,
but you know what? I was out.
And you was going out for some dick.
No, I wasn't going out for some dick. I wasn't going out for some dick. I'm just saying, like it's a girls' night, whatever it is, whatever. And then all of a sudden, I get a message. It's like, damn, I've been asking my nigga to do this, that for months, and I want to feel.
And I'm glad the camera was on you at that time. I'm so glad.
But I definitely regret decisions like that.
It's the when you pull your pants up like, damn.
I done fucked up.
You never felt like a guilty conscience. You never felt like a guilty conscience.
Yeah, niggas feel guilty, man.
Like
niggas
how I go home?
Really?
Because sometimes you like,
y'all can feel guilty.
I think you feel more guilty because if the pussy whack. If that shit like, then this shit was worth getting in trouble for.
And I can say for the woman's perspective, it's basically like, damn, I really love my nigga. Like,
and I just
did some bullshit.
Wait,
so how y'all go home after that? Like, how do y'all go back to y'all niggas? Right after that, like, what is the conversation?
Niggas are serious, man. It's some wicked shit in this world, man.
Like, how you
go in there and say, how was your day?
Oh my god!
You can't.
I don't think it's funny.
You can't go out.
It's not.
This bitch wanted to put on the mic. Like I do not think it's
because
funny.
First of all, you don't have an attitude.
Oh my god!
You just did what you did. What the fuck are you mad at? Like, what is it? Like,
not me.
I don't think
what you gonna hide in?
Well, as a girl,
I'm cooking. I'm cleaning. I'm rubbing your feet.
They look like, yeah, what's up with this? This bitch just came back.
Like,
that's what I would do. Like,
I'm like extra, like.
That's why one thing, right? I don't know if it was the comment, but the man said he had an open relationship with his wife. They tried to do it, and when like he tried to like get it, she denied it. It's like, damn.
Wait, the wife denied him?
Yeah, if you have an open relationship and we're not gonna tell like you see it? Yeah. I don't know. He was pretty much they was mad at. Break it down.
No, I was about to say he was pretty much saying like she had found out that he was cheating on her. So they had agreed to do an open relationship. But they said that they would never tell each other when they was going to fuck somebody else. So he had noticed over time, like, she was more happier. Like, coming home.
So he don't know if it's from her, from him. He don't know if it's from the other guy, but she just happy. Or when it's time for him to have sex, she's like, oh, wait, I'm tired or not. Or not if she getting in the shower right after they come in the house. Like, so... After a while, it became fucked up.
No, I'm not saying I'm massaging and doing all of that because I'm happy because I just fucked the nigga. I'm saying I'm doing that out of just breaking it down.
You're not guilty.
Guilty conscience.
So why the fuck you going back rubbing feet if you was guilty?
I'm not touching your feet. I don't give a fuck how guilty I am.
Oh, I'm massaging.
You don't touch your nigga's feet?
Hell no.
Why?
Why would I?
Why wouldn't you? You want to touch those fat shits? Why the fuck you don't do those shits?
Because I don't want to touch them unless you get them. Like, if you get a pedicure consistently.
All right, so say that. Don't say you ain't touching my nigga.
I'm not. Right now, I'm not. I haven't come across no shit like that, so I'm not.
Okay. You in a relationship?
Nope.
Okay. You want a relationship?
No.
Oh, why not?
Because I'm tired
of niggas. You tired of it? Tired of niggas?
I hate that for you.
You going gay?
Because I feel like you really deserve so much.
All of us, too.
I'm talking about Taylor.
I didn't hear what she said, Nikki.
She like, I'm like, right now, it's about
Can I get something?
Like, damn.
I missed what she said, though.
It's all I'm talking to Tay right
now. Go ahead. I want some.
So how do you feel now that you're not in a relationship? How you feel since you've been in a relationship? Like, how's the relationship and how's the single life that you? Which one do you really prefer?
Single life is peaceful. My relationship was peaceful too, but I feel like we had just went through too much, and we had a child together, and it was a lot.
Do you think you being pregnant mess it up, or do you think? I'm not saying like your kid's a mistake. I'm just saying, do you think because of when let me break it down to you to make it more.
No, I be hearing that though. I know.
That's what I'm saying. So when you actually have a bit, it split shit up, and it make you look at her different because the way your emotions is, or however it was. Like, do you think that's where it came from? That y'all had like, all right, this is enough. This gonna take a break.
I do think that's where it came from, but I don't think it came from like on my behalf. First, I was pregnant, and it was the pandemic, so we was in a house together.
I'm telling you, that pandemic, Nick,
that shit fucked us up.
That shit that's why I think a lot of people need mental space after that shit, man.
We was in a house 24/7. If you remember, like when the pandemic first started, that's when it was like, if you leave your house, like you gonna get a ticket and everything. So we was just
in the house making up shit, doing that.
Right, just doing shit. And I feel like when you really gotta sit down and be with your person, you realize like
a lot.
We not doing the shit that we used to be, used to do. So
shit was
do
really
I still
close.
fuck with you like that? Like you gotta be creative in the way that you fuck with them. And
exactly.
It was different ways. Nah, for real, nigga. I was breaking that shit down.
But it gotta be twofold because I feel like I wanted to do that, but my partner didn't. So
put in the effort.
Yeah, like he was interested in different things. So once I had my daughter, like the relationship just kind of started to fall apart because I don't know. Like I wish I could tell what it was, but I feel like that's a lot of case for a lot of situations. Like men do change after the baby is born, and I'll never understand why, because I feel like that's supposed to make y'all closer. Like we brought something.
We brought something in here together. We should always stay together.
We brought something in the world out of love, and then now we just not about to be together no more.
So how's the co-parenting going? What about that?
It's cool. It was rough in the beginning.
Right. True.
I was like, I didn't want to be in a relationship no more. I was fed up.
When you co-parenting, if you still have feelings and you still have them type of emotions with each other, co-parenting is really not. But
what if you don't have those emotions?
If you don't have it, then that's when I feel like that's when it happens more now. You know
what I'm saying? It's one-sided though.
It's one-sided. That's what I'm saying. If it's one-sided, it still might be complications with that. Because now it's like, you don't want to fuck with me no more. Now I'm not coming to get my daughter. I'm not coming to get my son.
Never.
I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. For being a father and being a co-parent, everything is really about communication.
Yeah.
Communication and everything like that, because it's really hard to, like, if you still have feelings for that person, it's hard for them to jump over that feelings and shit and actually be there for the child itself. Because if you telling me like, all right, well, you feel some type of way, or you been outside, you don't want to see your daughter like that, I'm not like, you can't see your daughter like, it's only hurting the child. Just go back to the traumatized shit, how it goes. So,
but I feel like it's like that. I feel like it's a study somewhere on this shit too, that men are not really connected to your child because, like,
you're not with them 24/7.
Not even not with them. Like when we have children, they're inside of us, so naturally we are connected to that child. But you gave us something to produce a child, but it's not like.
I'm saying
like
because you actually
have to
like that love is
building.
not there all the way.
No, I can't say that because as a father, even though she's in it, my daughter is like.
But
But
you,
in
it's
the
like you love
beginning,
your
like,
child, but like I know I'm not gonna say I know, but I feel like her dad doesn't love her the way I do. Like I birthed her.
It
like,
sound good, but he might love her more than you do
how so?
because he don't see her or he don't build with her as
He
more as
misses
you
her
do.
more.
He misses her more, so that's make him get more, give her more love and more affectionate because he don't see it or build with her.
But it depends on going back to what we were talking about at the beginning. What is affection? Because the way my child wants affection, the way he thinks affection
Your child
is,
don't know affection there yet because she's still young.
No, but kids
they
know.
Kids know, but they don't know
They
as much right now as my daughter. If I don't
and
see my daughter
kisses.
like that, me being with her, gonna get a feed down, do this with toys. That's more affectionate. We about to go shopping, this and that, and that's showing her. I'm not saying in your eyes, that's what you see is what you see, but when we together, it could be something different.
When she's with daddy, her value of affection is you
Being with her.
buying her stuff and
Being
doing
with
that
her.
stuff.
Being with her, talking
but
to her.
kids, but when she was with mommy, her level of affection
quality time.
is probably quality time.
So it's we can go back and forth with different things.
It's
and
complicated.
It's complicated with it, but as we learn and as we going, you know what I mean? Like as you right now, this is gonna be your first one. You're gonna see a lot as you go and as you get older and as well. Because my sister's pregnant now, right now, and she's having like stuff like problems with baby fathers or anything like that, and it actually she's learning. There's stuff that I told her, but she's stuff like, no, I hear what you're saying, brother, but I need to see this on my own.
Yeah, it's a difference.
So it's a different. It's a lot of things going on with like it'd be lessons learned. Like, all right, so now you know your next one, you know not to deal with this one. I'm just saying.
Next one.
Next one. Well, I'm not having another one until I actually have somebody that got more support. You know what I mean? Support system, because that's what you need. You need more support. Like, if it's just you and your mom's working, then that means I gotta still take off work and do it. Where's grandma? It's supposed to be more. I'm just saying, it's support. That's the only thing I need.
You just made my baby kick. Like, that's some bullshit. You the daddy. You supposed to. Grandma ain't got nothing to do with this baby.
It's support wise though.
But it is all about support. Like,
if I'm at work and you at work, who's going to get the baby?
That's why I said I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I don't care. Listen, let me tell you, I work hard and I always was like super independent. Now that I'm pregnant, it's like, no, I'd rather be home with my baby, giving her all the time. Like, I understand why.
Well, you gotta have a good business and a good job for you to stay home and do all that.
A good man or something. I'm okay with back in the day, like them. Like I could washing clothes. Maybe if I had a little bit.
I want to be a stay-at-home wife with no kids.
With no kid.
I see that for you. I see that life.
Thank you.
Well, if that happened, will food be clean? Will clean this and that?
Everything.
After a while, though, right? After a while, that shit would get boring.
Very. That's why I never want to be a step.
That shit would get boring because how much can you clean? How much can you clean in 7 days?
I could.
I don't have to clean every day.
I'm just. This will be because you're not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're a stay-home wife or
I want to be
girl.
a trophy.
What you mean you're not doing nothing?
Like,
I'm taking care of the kids.
Bitch. I'm going to the
Without
rich
the kids, though.
I'm going to the rich brunches with the other rich bitches, and we're gonna have fun Pilates. Yes, that's what we're gonna be doing.
That's some people's reality, and I know,
shit.
but I get.
I don't see black people that's doing that.
They doing that in the hills. That's where I'm gonna be at. Right,
Hollywood.
I love that for you. They can have that, and I want to be the stay-at-home mom. You know, taking care of the kids.
So, everybody teaches own. Everybody
to
have what they own.
Yes,
what kind of woman do you, what do you see for before we leave your future?
I see.
These are affirmations.
Speak up.
Aggravating. I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom, but I definitely feel like maybe like a little part-time. Like, still do my shit in the day. Still able to pick my kid up from school when it's time to get out of school.
Yes.
See, I don't want to be working.
Whoever said working super hard is like the ideal thing,
Absolutely
please cut that shit out of Instagram and TikTok and Twitter because we don't want to work that hard no more.
At all. That shit is tiring.
I'm saying.
What's your affirmation?
Well, what?
Come on. What's your affirmation for your future?
I like to work. So I need. That's why I have 2 jobs now.
We like that. That's what
I
made
like.
it.
You know what I mean? I like to work and stuff like that. But
right, because I could be pushing.
Like I said, I want more kids. I do want more kids though, but I have to have a great support system.
Yes, and that's
a great mother like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm saying like another year. I want another 2. My daughter's 7.
Damn.
2 kids. I want all girls. I don't want no boys.
That's
like,
the first.
Yeah,
I never heard
all girls.
Yeah. Girls is more easier to me. You know what I mean? Boys, you gotta teach them how to do this, and they teaching these kids in school to be gay. I can't have my son be gay out here.
All right. So on that note, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for tuning in.
I ain't got no hate against y'all, but I can't have
you guys.
Not Drippin' Belly.
We love you guys. Make sure that you keep, subscribing to our YouTube. We see the love on the Instagram. We see the comments.
Absolutely.
And friend requests is Twitter, TikTok. I think you're gonna start doing the Twitter because you like that anyway.
Oh boy.
TikTok. Thank you, Octavia, for joining us.
Thank you, Ted. We appreciate you.
And taking the filter off. We love y'all. See y'all next week.
What's up, y'all? It's your girls with no filter. Get ready to take the filter off. Period.